I'm feeling if like something, like if they kept doing something once in a while, trying to rebel, like, hey, like not like secretly breaking something or something. After a certain period of time, their masters are going to catch on to something like that and see, okay, well, this is all of a sudden, all this stuff's starting to break. And
okay, so how do you avoid being caught?
Yeah, can't be right.
Okay, in school, you guys have never done something little, just to be a little rebellious and break the rules? And do you repeat the same thing over and over?
Yes.
You do? Or do maybe you mix it up and find something new?
No.
You switch it up, maybe not to avoid being caught?
It's the same behind my neighborhood.
And maybe you don't have the same person do it if it's a conspiracy. Maybe one day Joe does it, maybe the next day Mary does it, right?
No, I do it every day. Myself.
You see the same kind of behavior, and it's written about a lot in areas like in World War II POW camps. The little forms of rebellion that they would engage in just to prove that they still had some power, some control over their lives. And maybe it didn't make any difference what they were doing. Spitting in somebody's food isn't going to get you freedom. They may never know you even did it.
It just makes you feel better.
Right, exactly. Exactly. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you have some control over your life. So why weren't
torturing you or hurting you or whipping you or beating you? Have you ever done something?
I won't lie.
Your sister make you mad, so you just accidentally take one of her favorite shirts and hide it behind the hamper. She's looking all over for it, and
I've done that. I've ranked someone's order.
Does it make any grand impact?
I stick the cracker.
No. But it makes you feel like you have some kind. I used to do that to my brother, my older brother, who would dump on me all the time. I would do little things to him. I'd take his toothbrush. And he'd get in trouble at the end of the night because Mom and Dad would be like, brush your teeth, brush your teeth. And he'd be like, I can't find my toothbrush. And my dad would be like, don't give me that crap. Why? And I'd be like, ha ha ha, because I'd hide it somewhere, in the cabinet. My mom would be like, it's right here.
And in a way, the slaves did act like little kids because in a lot of ways, that's all they had available to them.
Exactly.
And that kind of perpetuated the stereotype of, slaves are like children. They act like children. That's why slavery needs to exist, because, they're not mature enough to behave in the real world.
So pretty much white kids are also. So what about the white kids that are kids too? They act the same exact way.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're kids. I mean, there's really a difference in age.
They
of kids.
are a child.
Yeah.
Slaves.
But a 45-year-old African-American male.
Okay. Not trying to bring my personal life, but my mom acts the same way I do, and she's 46 years old.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say.
Somebody might think that your mom is immature.
She is.
Mr. Cline? Mr. Cline?
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Oh yeah, so how much is it?
Half hour.
And what
After
time?
school, next 2 days. I'll be here after school.
Till what time?
Half hour from when you get here to.
No, I'm saying like what time will you be here till? Because I have to stay after for another class to get help.
3:45. Or come tomorrow in 2 days. We'll talk about it after class, okay?
Alright, no, I understand.
Okay.
No.
Jumping to today's Slave Politics DBQ, I did not use any primary source documents this time. This is all just readings on history. And then there's 12 questions on the back that are pretty straightforward. They're not opinion pieces. You should be able to pick the answers right out of that, okay?
Are you turning these in?
Yes, I will be collecting those at the end of class.
Collect
So you have time to fill in any of the answers we discussed. You have time to fill those in.
I picked the wood up.
The slave and the free and abolition.
From yesterday?
Yes. Okay, let me go back to there's one other one. Number 2, on the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, that one kind of confused the crap.
Okay. Can you read it out loud for us, please?
What accounted for Harriet Tubman's big word I can't say?
Okay. What accounted for Harriet Tubman's perseverance? What is perseverance? a drive, a desire, a determination to stick with something. I'm going to keep going at it, no matter what, no matter how I feel, no matter how hurt I am. And she was, if you read her biography, she had a lot of physical problems. There were periods where she would just black out for no reason. Yeah, so imagine the dangers of trying to smuggle yourself into the South and get a slave out, and in the middle of it, someone's chasing you, and all of a sudden you black out. I believe so. Yeah, I think I've heard stories like that. I don't think it's recounted in this biography. This is a real brief one. But, there were times that she encountered, and she was an extremely brave woman. One of my favorite stories about her that I did include in here is she gets accosted by 2 slave hunters, white guys. And they go, "You're Harriet Tubman." "No, I'm not Harriet Tubman." They pull a book out and go, "Well, we know Harriet Tubman can't read." And they give her the book and say, "Read this book." Well, of course, if she can't read it, she's Harriet Tubman, and they're taking her in. It was upside down. So she picks up the book and just starts talking like she's reading the book. "Okay, well, you must not be Harriet Tubman." She couldn't read. But they take the book from her thinking, "Oh, I guess she can read." I love that story.